Tell me a little bit your reaction to the news when you heard Coach Pete got hired at UW.
Well, first I heard yesterday and doing an interview on ESPN Radio, and next thing I know, these guys are like, "Hey, by the way, I'm breaking news that Coach Pete's going to Washington." I was like, "Whoa, whoa, don't mess with me!" And then like, "No, it's true. It's gonna come out in just a second." And I heard it, and I was just like, "It makes sense, but it's a shocker because he's such a piece of what Boise is and what this team is all about." Coach Pete's been great to the city, for this team. He's done a great job for guys like me, for the guys that are currently there. And he's really embraced the culture that is Boise. He's been part of the culture. I mean, how are we going to have Beat Pete next year if he's not here? I mean, he's done so much. It's going to become a shock, not because he was a great coach that he's leaving, but it's a shock because he was such a part of this town. And that's, I think, the biggest thing that he's leaving behind is that void of he was part of us.
What's it been like for you? You live in the area. Where I guess question I'd ask: Where did you come from, or where did you get recruited from?
I'm originally from Southern California. Actually, I gotta give a shout out to Coach Prince because he's the guy that got me here. So thank you, Coach Prince. But I'm originally from California, but so I'm not from here originally. But I say I'm from Idaho now because, like Coach Pete, I'm sure he'd say the same thing. Boise's become a part of me, and absolutely love it here. Love the team, and love what Boise really represents.
And tell me a little bit, just because I know as a player, when you came here, it was a different coach, and then Coach Pete took over. Tell me, those players are now going to have to deal with that as well. What was the transition like? What is maybe some advice you'd give to some of the players who might have to deal with this? Can you understand if some are mad or stuff like that?
The thing that I've told people is you're dealing with guys who are 8, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, not the most solid in making decisions, and we can be a little emotional at that time. So I was 17 years old. Coach Hawk's leaving. I came here for Coach Hawk, and there's this guy named Coach Pete who I have no relationship with coming to take over the team. I was ready to go to Colorado. I was ready to make a decision, and it would have been the wrong one, but it's a tough decision to make, and you're going to get a lot of guys. It's going to split the locker room. That's what happened to our locker room. A lot of guys were like, I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. Some guys left. Some guys stayed. Um, the opportunity that was Boise is still the same opportunity. We're just going to have a different coach. You've got to trust the people that they're going to put in front of you. They're going to do right by the players. So write it out. See what this year looks like. If you need to make a change later, but don't make that decision now. Do it when it's set in, when you can see what's coming in. And then from there, you can make a decision. But you're going to have a whole bunch of 18 to 21-year-olds thinking, why not us? Why not now? What was wrong with this team that made him leave? And it's a fair question to ask.
And as you said, it would have been the wrong decision if you'd gone to Colorado. How do you kind of tell those kids, hey, the future can be bright. You just got to wait it out and work hard.
I mean, ultimately, you don't know what's on the other side of the fence. So you can't leave something that's good for something that you don't know what it is, first of all. Second of all, the opportunity is still here as Boise State. Nothing's changed other than Coach Pete, um, which is a big deal, but you can still play football here. Our conference hasn't changed. The color of our uniforms haven't changed. You haven't changed as an athlete. So if you believe the team will set up your opportunity, then I think you're in it for the wrong reasons because you're going to be the one that sets up your opportunities. Your work ethic, your showing up every single day, your performance on the field. That's how you can stay consistent and be successful in this. Don't think that, well, let me just switch to a better team. No, stay where you are, play it out, and work your heart off.
And tell me a little bit, because I know because I'm from Seattle, so I know when Sarkisian left UW, a lot of their fans were upset that he left so suddenly. But even though the news kind of came suddenly today, what do you think it says when you see so many people that are more just grateful and not really angry with Coach Pete?
Well, one, it shows that he did it the right way while he was here. He took care of Boise. He's always been here for the right reason. He's always done right by us. So when he made a decision, you knew it was for the right reasons. I mean, you can't be mad at a guy for wanting to further his career, take care of himself. I mean, he's done great for us. And they are, I heard a stat, no one stays in a place longer than 10 years. Coach Pete's at 8, so this was a good timing for him. An opportunity that he would like to be at is available. In 2 more years, it might not be available, so you can't be mad at the guy.
Um, is there anything else you want to add, or just about the situation, or just any advice you'd have either for players, or I guess maybe about the possible coaches that would come?
You know, I'm throwing my hat in for coach. I mean, no experience, but wait, I got something to offer. I got a good smile, I guess. um, but I think whoever the next coach is going to be, I mean, it's going to be a real big choice on, and it's going to be really huge for what's going to be Boise State and how we're going to look in the future. This is a huge pivotal point for Boise State, and if I have an opinion and if I'm entitled to say something, I think we need someone with some type of tie to Boise State, past, present, or future, that's just going to say, hey, I know what Boise is. I represent that blue collar mentality. It could be someone with a ton of experience, no experience. It could be Wilcox. It could be whoever you want it to be. But someone who can rally this team back together, rally this community back together, and start or continue on the legacy that's been built here.